This is the CHRILLCAST. I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
And I'm Spy. Hello.
And that V is silent, right?
Yeah, it is silent. See, the reason I tell people to just not even bother with the V is because people have come up with every possible mispronunciation that they could come up with for the V.
Mm-hmm.
I've been called SpyV, Spy5, because they think it's like the Roman numeral, or they say it like SpyV. And I just go, I'm like, you know what, just say Spy, and we'll be good.
So what is it? SpyV?
It is SpyV. That is the correct way to say it.
That was my guess. That was my guess all along.
Yes, but the internet, man, if they can mess it up, they'll find a way to mess it up.
Yes.
I understand. That's how the internet works, right?
Face. You're zooming in on me.
I fixed you. Will. Okay. So today
I
is
like the background today, by the way. I have Jill the Krill, and you have Bill the Krill.
I do. We had Jill and Bill. So what is today, Will?
Today is Manic Monday.
And before we get into our Manic Monday mania, SpyV, tell everybody about your channel.
So, I'm a mainly movie channel, though I will pop into other pop culture and media related topics occasionally. I'm primarily focused on doing reviews and video essays surrounding various media, and I always do a speed paint related to whatever the media is in the background for my artwork. And I also have gotten a little bit of clout off of doing character redesigns from popular media, so I do a few different things, but it is all generally within that realm.
Okay.
Yeah, this video really blew up for you. Almost 90,000 views.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah.
You want to take a guess at how many subscribers I had when I posted that video?
Probably 100, maybe less.
I had 33.
Wow. YouTube really did some work for you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think YouTube really helped me out on that one.
Sometimes things just work out. It's like crazy.
Yep.
So
That's true. The algorithm is impossible to understand, but it can really work in your favor.
Did you get monetized yet?
I have been monetized now. Unfortunately, I missed out on almost 90,000 views from that video. So, came a little late, but I am monetized now.
Well, that's good anyways. At least the video got you somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I wouldn't even have the 1,000 subs without that video, so you gotta take what you can get.
Absolutely. So, with that being said, with this Manic Monday, Will, why don't you give us that ASMR intro?
Oh, no. I don't like doing that one. Manic Monday.
Right in the face. All right.
So, in the face.
Today,
in the face.
There has been way too many things going on in video games lately and entertainment in general. So instead of like covering one big topic, this is just the too much news segment. So the first one Will's very, very interested in is the Xbox Series S has been released with a price $299. That's not
information's been released. It has not been released.
Whatever. The dollar amount is not $2.99. We're talking $299. Microsoft's not, giving you everything for nothing. And then the Xbox Series X is $499. That's almost $500. If you want to get those on the Xbox All Access, that is $24.99 a month for the Xbox Series S and $34.99 a month for the Xbox Series X.
Yep. That also includes 2 months of Game Pass. Or not 2 months.
24 months.
Yeah, 2 years of Game Pass, and also now it has EA Play. So
it's like 150 plus games you get access to, and you get the console itself, and after 2 years you're all paid up. If you get the Series S, somebody did the math and said, hey, you actually save $60 total over the course of 2 years on Game Pass with the S model, and you save $20 over the course of 2 years with the X model. So you save a little more money with the S, but you don't get the disk drive with the S model. Yep. So you can't play all your old games.
There is an upgrade option or something. So like you pay a certain amount on the S and you can upgrade, sort of like how you do with cell phones. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, it's essentially a cell phone plan.
So did you hear anything about this Spy?
Yeah, I mean, just my brother is more of a console player than I am, so I hear a little bit through him, but I was surprised that they went the full $499 for the X. I didn't think they'd go past 500, but going right up to it for sure. $299 though that's a pretty good price point for not ridiculous downgrades, if you would, from the full Series X.
Now, when
So
was the last time you bought a console?
Myself personally, never.
Oh.
But unless you want to count like the Switch, like I have a Switch. That's the only console anything that I have. But yeah, I think my brother has an Xbox One, so that's. But I try to keep up with what happens in the industry, so I heard about this. That's for sure.
Well, you know, anything that can play on the Series X will be also on PC. So PC gamers are very, very much in tune with the Xbox lately, because that platform is definitely supporting the PC master race as well. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so
yeah.
the second topic may be more interesting to you, but did you have anything more to say about this, Will? Are you interested in it?
Other than the S is very confusing to me, the actual specs of it. There are a lot of conflicting stories about where it actually lies power-wise and what it's capable of. There's some speculation that it can't actually play the Xbox One X enhancements, which is sort of disappointing. So, like, is it better than the One X? Is it like able to play?
Do you want me to
things?
explain it a little better for you?
So yeah, you can. I mean, you can
so
try.
The S has the same CPU as the X, so they share the same CPU, but the throughput, the GPU for the output, is a lower powered unit than obviously the X has, but it's still a newer gen. So the chances that it can't do what the X can do are very low. I don't think Microsoft would release a console for the same price as the X and somehow it not be able to match the X. Now,
I think it's official that it can't actually play those. The resolution of the upgraded One X games.
That doesn't make any sense. I
know
sincerely
it doesn't,
doubt it.
I think that I'll look it up right now.
They're saying
I do remember that it said something about for the S they were purposely designing it to not be as good resolution in exchange for better frame rates.
Okay.
But I don't know how that works for backwards compatibility with the previous gens. Not back, you know what I mean.
So from what I understand, Will, is it is capable of 4K, but some games will not do that to maintain the 60 frames per second across both consoles.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see like where it lies once it actually gets released and people can play it in real time.
Now I'm more interested in paying $35 a month for a Series X when Infinite drops. Far more interested in that.
Well, I want to know. Phil Spencer didn't respond to me, by the way, when I asked them. Are they gonna drop a limited edition Xbox for Halo or Fable?
I saw some pretty interesting mock-ups on Twitter the other day that could be some cool stuff.
Yeah, he sent it to me, but it's not like a person who actually works for him.
No,
so
whatever.
I didn't get my hopes up.
It looked really good. I can tell you that. Yeah, like this one looks pretty good. I think that looks really good. There's this one too. Like any of these would be sweet.
Yeah.
Now the question is, would they be $600, Will, and would you pay $600?
Probably.
You're just locked in.
Yeah, if I can still get the payment plan, yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, because then you probably pay $40 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about the D-pad. I like the standard Xbox One D-pad. Actually, I'm probably one of the few people that likes this.
Yeah, but you can still use that controller, Chris.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, like, if I'm going to get a new console, I'm going to get a new controller, and I'm going to use a new controller, right? I mean, it can't be as bad as this D-pad, though.
You're not locked into it like the PlayStation 5.
It can't be as bad as this D-pad, though. This thing was
that D-pad was... Well, I have the original 360 one, and then the upgraded one where you can actually like, rotate it and have it pop out.
Sure.
It works a lot better.
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are decent. Do you use controller or mouse and keyboard, SpyV?
Oh, I'm mouse and keyboard.
Full-blown PC master race here on the channel for the first time ever.
I don't even know what a console is. No, yeah, I definitely go the PC route for stuff because when you're in my line of work for my major and my career prospects, you kind of have to have a really nice PC anyways. So you basically need a build that can run the highest, biggest, largest games anyways. So I don't have a lot of need to go out and get a console, except for the fact there are certain games that are obviously exclusive that have interested me before, but not enough that I've actually gone out and felt the need to purchase it.
Fair enough.
So that's kind of where I end up being.
Very cool. So this is, I think this next thing is more interesting to you, this Nintendo Breath of the Wild prequel.
Oh, I'm so excited about this one.
You want
I
to jump on
love
that
Breath
first
of the
then?
Wild. Oh, sure. So apparently it's going to be a oh, sorry, I just hit something under my desk. It's going to be a Warriors title, which means it's going to be more combat heavy compared to open world story driven. But I really like the combat in Breath of the Wild, so I'm not going to mind a game that's more oriented around that. Plus, we're going to get the story of the original champions, because that was always my favorite part of exploring in the original Breath of the Wild game anyways. So I am definitely looking forward to this one big time.
I do think the mechanics from Breath of the Wild translate well to a warrior style game like this.
Oh, yeah. As long as they give options for like different combats or combat styles, I would say. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that, because you did have a lot of options for how you could approach a situation in Breath of the Wild. And obviously it's going to be a little bit different, but as long as you have some sort of strategy choice, as long as you have some sort of choice about how you might be able to go about things, I think that'll be really good.
What's interesting to me is that you know that no matter what happens in this game, what happens in Breath of the Wild still has to happen. So it's going to probably have a sad ending.
Yeah, you're going to lose.
No, yeah, of course. But I'm a little bit more interested in the, the whole thing. It's about the journey, not the destination. So this is us going to get to play through the actual journey there. And that excites me because, as mentioned, you're going to get different playstyles just playing the different heroes anyways. So definitely looking forward to it.
I'm looking
I'm
forward
probably
to
just going
this.
to watch someone else play this game.
I'm looking way more forward to this than the Marvel game.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I didn't like the first Hyrule Warriors game. I guess maybe I'm just not a Warriors genre fan, but so I was a little bit disappointed seeing this come out because I really wanted this story, but I wanted it to be a proper Zelda title.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
They are still having the sequel come out though. That's
I'm
down the
excited
line.
for the sequel. Yeah.
They don't have a lot of fanfare for the sequel right now though, so it's interesting to see where that's going to be.
Yeah, that's a little bit further out, I think.
That's a day one purchase for me.
Oh, because of this news, people are like, now hold on a second. If the company working on Persona 5 Scramble is also working on this, is the Persona 5 Scramble ever coming to the US? And I know that Mr. SMT Network, Spencer Presley himself, is going to also probably weigh in on this at some point if he hasn't already. But it does beg the question, is Atlas even focused on bringing Persona 5 Scramble to the US? And I've got a semi-answer. They did trademark the game name Persona 5 Strikers. So apparently they're changing the name to bring it to the US. They can never just leave the Japanese title alone. Game. No, it's not going to. I thought that originally. I did think that. But the same company working on this is also the company that's supposed to be bringing Persona 5 Scramble / Strikers to the US. So it has raised some questions. Hey, is this ever coming or what, guys?
2022.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure it'll come, but when is the big question mark.
I think they're giving Royal a chance to really just burn out that flame for Persona 5 before they release the sequel. Because once they release the sequel, I think it's game over for Royal sales for a little while, because I've heard Scramble is a much better addition to the franchise than Royal was.
So.
Yeah.
And you originally were hating on the game, so that's an interesting take, Chris.
Well, I've been kind of converted by Spencer and Yarley talking to me about it, and they both said this is a very good game. I've tried not to spoil myself for it, so it's not as much like a Warriors type of game like this is, like the Zelda game is, as much as it is more of a. It actually kind of harkens back to a game called Rido. That was a older school Atlas game, so it plays more like an Atlas game than a Warriors game.
Okay.
Anyways, I know you guys probably don't have a lot of experience with the Persona series. I'm really not sure about you, SpyV, but I know Will doesn't.
Nope.
I've had friends who have played it.
I do recommend pick up Persona 4 Golden on PC if you like RPGs.
Yeah, I've considered it, so I might have to pick it up. We'll just see. I'm a broke college kid. I have to pick my games very carefully.
It is affordable. It's $20 versus what it came out as $60.
Is pretty affordable. Yeah, that's true. That's a good markdown.
So the next thing, Nintendo is releasing the Super Mario 3D All-Stars physical and digital editions, and they're cutting off purchases and sales at March 31st, 2020.
See, it's like as soon as Nintendo does something like very consumer friendly, that is screwed up. It's like slap you in the face as they're holding the thing that you want.
Yep.
Is that supposed to say 2021?
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's, I think it said it. No, I think it said it in the article too.
I think you're right.
2020.
I think you're right.
So, yeah, I don't blame you for that one, but yeah, that is definitely strange. Like, because you're gonna end up getting like people like marking up the price on eBay or whatever, and
I've
people
heard
are
some
gonna want to buy
theories.
it. So
I sort of get the physical one, but the digital version as well. That's ridiculous.
I heard some theories because originally back when Nintendo originally released Super Mario All Stars on the Super Nintendo, like 6 months to a year after the original cartridge came out, they released a second cartridge with Super Mario All Stars plus Super Mario World. So the theory is sometime next year they'll have a second version of this with either 3 different Mario games, including Galaxy 2, or they'll just add Galaxy 2 at that point and re-release the cartridge again. That's a theory I've heard.
Again, everyone's always saying Nintendo's so consumer friendly, but it's like that's shady. That's really shady.
Yeah, no, that's
the shadiest thing they've done though in the last year though is they pulled Pikmin 3 from the Wii U store as a $20 title right before they're releasing it on the Switch.
They didn't want it to get confusing. That's what they said. Isn't that their reason? It's like, okay.
Listen, a large company at the end of the day is still a large company that has one major interest in mind, and that is the bottom dollar and how they can squeeze as much out of people as possible.
Yes.
So, not surprising. I'll give Nintendo credit. They tend to behave better than other large companies, but they're still a large company. Oops, sorry, I hit something again. But
I can barely hear when you
company.
do that.
They're gonna do crap like this.
Yeah.
Okay, I should probably stop mentioning it then.
Another thing is they have the 64 version of Mario 64, and it's clearly the inferior version of that game. So I'm a little disappointed they didn't release the DS version on this compilation.
No, what's disappointing is it's not widescreen. They could easily make a 64 title widescreen. I mean, I know 64 code is kind of archaic at this point, but I can't imagine that it would be harder to make this widescreen than Sunshine.
Yeah, I think they just are like, I'm going to make this in a day. Let's make some money.
Well,
you're the whole discussion. Yeah. But the thing is, I was really excited for this, and then I realized, one, they didn't put all of them on there, so I was expecting to be like a Super Mario compilation, so like all of the Mario games, and then they didn't put Super Mario Galaxy on there for some reason, and then
no, Galaxy's on there, not 2.
I meant the second one. Put the second one on there. They it's limited edition or limited release, which is just, I don't understand that. And then they don't have the perfect the best versions of the games.
Well, Sunshine they do.
Okay, well, Sunshine.
And technically, Galaxy is the best version of Galaxy, I think, right?
Okay, 64. That's the one I'm talking about.
You're only saying that you just care about 64. You wanted the DS version.
I want the DS version because you can play all of the characters. You only get to play as one character in the 64 version.
Maybe they'll do the Super Mario DS collection after this is done.
Don't give them ideas. That's probably coming.
I would love the Mario Kart collection, honestly.
That would be amazing.
Man.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I would buy that in a heartbeat.
All the old Wii maps. Holy crap, I would play that so fast. That I'm nostalgic for. I had Mario Kart Wii when I was like 9, and we also had Super Mario Galaxy. So I'm very nostalgic for both of those games. Probably not going to actually buy this All-Stars because the limited thing plus the other games that I don't have a ton of nostalgia for, I'll probably pass over it. But if they release anything with Mario Kart Wii on the Switch, I would be buying that. That's for sure.
I actually think the Wii version and the 64 are the two best from a user-friendly and fun experience for the whole family. But I still think that Double Dash has the tightest controls.
That's fair.
And then, so the other theory I've heard is that Nintendo is going to slowly but surely release these collections piece by piece. So every 6 months, there'll be a different collection until the Switch is dead. So there's a potential for a Metroid Prime collection after this one's done, and that'll only be a 6-month run leading up to Metroid Prime 4, and then following that, a 3D Zelda collection.
I would buy the Zelda one.
And then leading after that, I've heard potentially the Pikmin trilogy would come, but they just released 3, so unlikely that's going to happen at this point. But I've heard some theories that they want to do this with more than just Mario, so we'll see. What do you guys think of the box arts for the standard box outlines for the new games, new boxes for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X?
Have they updated the Xbox One officially? Because I think they changed it.
Xbox
after they first
Series
revealed
X.
it, because when it was first revealed, it looked terrible. There's like so much going on. I mean, I don't really care. Everything goes on my shelf anyway, but
yeah. See, this is what I saw originally, and it's just like
it says Xbox like 12 times. It's like I get it. I get what system's on. I bought it.
See this one though? This one looks a little nicer actually. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that a lot actually, with the black on top.
Is that
a little
official?
Darker? I don't know. Oh, mock-up. No, that's not the official one. That would be... I like that way better.
I think they did change it.
Yeah. Yeah, the one that I saw in the link was the one with Far Cry 6, and then Miles Morales for the PS5.
Yeah, I think Sony's is all but confirmed at this point. Whoa, what is that? Is that the new one?
That doesn't look real to me.
That doesn't look real to me either.
Yeah.
I think the PS5 one just looks like, I don't know, like a normal PlayStation one.
I hate that they're white.
Never knocks it out of the park, but they're always very clean.
Yeah, they are. I don't like the fact that they've gone to the white color because it reminds me of the Wii. And I don't want anything PlayStation that looks like the Wii. I mean, remember the Move controllers and all that fun stuff? Mm-hmm. No, thank you. Let's see. I wonder if there's anything in the news here. Let's see. Finalized next-gen Xbox Series X game cases. Yeah,
I like my favorite game case is the Wii U's.
Oh, they're by far either that or the GameCube. I agree with Scott the Waz on that one.
Is this the GameCube?
Yeah. Let's see. So it says Activision revealed cross-gen SKUs and confirmed the finalized Xbox Series X game case design. It's kind of confusing. Oh yeah, so this is Xbox One versus... Okay. So this is the official case.
Okay. Still too much going on there.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember how like in the original Xbox days they had like a little like grid on the back that told you like all the features? Mm-hmm. That's what they should have now. Look up the back of the Xbox case.
Yeah, I remember that.
I agree.
Or like it would say like if it had co-op or Xbox Live. That's what they should have. So it's like, HDR, 4K, blah, blah.
Backside? I don't know. It's just supposed to put in there to find the back of an Xbox case. I'll just do artwork. Xbox case artwork. See, there you go. So you want something like, oh, that's really tiny. Whoa, come on. Really? Let's see. Fable? There we go. You want something like that, Will?
Yeah, exactly.
And then they can show which games or which consoles it plays on.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, especially if they're gonna do like this multiple types thing, they should just have charts on the back instead of trying to shove it all on the front cover.
Mm-hmm.
I picked a game Will would actually appreciate me picking to show for the.
Yeah, I love Fable.
You should play Fable sometime if you have access to it. Definitely play it. It's fun.
All right, I'll put that on the list of. I have so many games that people are like, you should try this.
Well, do you? What kind of
I
games,
can add it to Steam.
Besides your shooters that you like Overwatch and Rainbow Siege, what other types of games do you like?
Oh man, that's hard because types. I end up normally just playing individual games. Okay. Not too much regard for the types. I've played like Portal 2. I really like Portal 2. Oh, there have been like a lot of the Switch games I end up liking. I like open world stuff. I've not played a lot of RPGs, but I imagine that I would like them.
If you like story-driven games, you probably would.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely into the story-driven stuff. So.
You ever play Ori?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Have you ever played Ori on the Switch?
No, I have not.
That's a pretty.
It has nothing to do with anything that you talked about, but I love
it. Well, just shilling for Ori.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I would totally interview those guys. Or like if they give me some free merch, that would be amazing.
So in 2021 is about to be the year of Sonic. Probably not, but there's at least a chance.
I don't care.
There are multiple new Sonic games coming in 2021 for the series 30th anniversary. I fully expect to see a Sonic 30th anniversary collection like we're seeing with the Mario collection. But yeah, Sonic making a comeback, that's a cool thing.
I have this weird thing with Sonic where I have nostalgia for it. I don't think I've ever played it, really. And like when I played it recently, I don't like it. So I don't understand. Like part of me is excited for that, for like a anniversary edition of all the games.
Gotta go fast.
But I know I won't play it.
I'm sure that this push is trying to capitalize off of the success of the movie that came out earlier this year, and I'm sure it's going to lead right into the announcements or the trailers for the second sequel that they've already announced.
Yep.
I can't say I'm excited because I really did not like that movie. So I am very like, I get people love the Sonic games, so that's fine, that's good for them, but when I see this I'm like, the stupid movie caused this, didn't it? So I'm just not super into it.
I've heard really mixed reviews on the movie. Like people are like, yeah, it was a decent movie for a movie, but it didn't give the same nostalgia they were expecting for Sonic.
I have gotten so much hatred because I made a video about the Sonic movie and I said it sucked. I got absolutely trashed in the likes to dislikes, the comments. I've had to delete a lot of things, let me tell you. Yeah,
as you can see, I did not dislike your video.
No, thank you, I appreciate that, but man, people in the comments really hate my guts over this one.
This movie is a plague upon this world. I'm still not sorry about the speed paint.
Yeah, because I drew like the cursed Sonic from the original release trailer for the video. But see, so I knew that Sonic had like a really like big fan base. I did not know much about them, and I didn't realize that they were ride or die for anything Sonic. So I learned really quickly. I had people writing me essays about why I was wrong and how my opinions were just the worst thing to ever happen. So yeah, that was an interesting experience, that's for sure.
We could have got the old design.
Yeah, sure, you could have gotten the old design. Could have made a good movie too. That doesn't mean anything.
Oh, I'm about to read through these comments later. I did not realize how bad this you got ratioed on this one.
Have fun, man. Some of that, and this was like my most popular video for a while. So this is like what people were coming to my channel for a long time. And at some point, like my overall channel like to dislike ratio got absolutely destroyed by this video.
Hey, but interactions will drive traffic, so at least you get more traffic.
This is still like my third most popular video that gets like views on the daily. And a lot of it is just not good, but because people just end up leaving me really mean comments. But and it's very funny to me because a lot of the people commenting hate are very obviously like under the age of 13 by like their grammar and the way they type. My favorite,
it's just a world now.
They ended up deleting their comments, and I'm so sad, but they basically said F you, but they used the pointer finger emoji instead of the middle finger emoji. And oh, I have it screenshotted somewhere, but that was the best comment that I got for sure. But yeah, ever want a fun time? Just go through the comments on my Sonic video. They're hilarious and threatening often, but they're good. It's a fun time.
Fantastic. We'll definitely get into that more on Wednesday for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, so I hated the movie. I'm not excited about the Sonic games is basically what I was trying to get at.
I'm just excited to see, like Crash Bandicoot, Mario, Sonic, all these like major franchises. Like Mario didn't need a comeback, but good enough. The 3D All-Stars collection is a comeback in my mind for nostalgia purposes, and that's it. But Sonic, Crash Bandicoot, I welcome you all back to gaming, and let's see if we can have some good games again.
Sonic never left. It just has had crappy games for 20 years.
Sonic 06.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen I've like watched Peach's stream like the Sonic games before, so I'm like kind of familiar with the old games, and they seem like they could still have like fun stuff coming out like in modern times. Not modern. Like I'm sure they'll make some fun games coming up is what I mean. I'm just not super interested in them.
Fair enough. So the last piece of news I'm sure Will is very excited about. Marty O'Donnell. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was gonna poop myself.
No, some Halo veterans are returning to the Halo franchise to help finish. I'm saying finish because I'm hoping they're close to being done with Halo Infinite's story.
They're gonna help reboot it.
I was a little nervous when I heard they were bringing in people to help finish the story. I'm like, what does that mean going on right now? But Joseph Staten, I pronounced that right? Staten?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Coming back to Halo to help finish. He was one of the original Halo developers. So
yeah, well, he is awesome. Lead cinematic director. He wrote the story and all of the ridiculous, corny jokes in the original trilogy. You have him to thank. So I'm very excited about this. Formation. Exactly. Well, they changed the level design anyway.
I know.
So there's a couple ways I'm thinking about this. One is they're really struggling and they need someone to come in and actually finish the campaign, so it's not nearly not close to being done at all. Two, it needed some polishing, so they're going to release it in a couple months, and he's not really impacting that and just helping finish that part up. Or three, because it's probably going to be sort of a live service game as far as updated DLCs and have story expansions, maybe he's working on that. So he's not even working on the main campaign at all.
I kind of hope he's working on the main campaign, I'm not going to lie.
Well, I mean, he could be working on all the expanded lore stuff, because, I mean, who would know it better than him? The guy who essentially created it. At least helped create it.
I hope one of the DLCs you get to play as Chakas on the ring thousands of years ago and live that story, because that would be cool.
Master Chief or nothing.
Well,
just kidding. I could do
that'd be a side story. That'd be like a side story thing. It's not like a main story, or even if they just did a video of him from back when, because I want to see actual animated Primordial. That's what I want to see.
That'd be cool. He could technically still be there, I guess. No, I guess he was sort of destroyed in those. I don't know how far you've gotten in those books.
Dude, he's dead. He's dead and where I'm at. It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in book 3, Will. I'm in the weird one.
I don't know.
I'm in the weirdest book of the trilogy. I'm not sure how you feel about Halo SpyV, but you should definitely have, if you have Game Pass or have an opportunity to play Halo, I'd be interested to hear what you think about it.
I've heard a lot about it. That's about it. I will just say, just from if you were just to remove the Halo title, I would generally see it as a good thing to bring back the original people who worked on something to help make future renditions of it, just because you mentioned earlier, they're going to know it better than anyone else. Mm-hmm. So, and if they created the original, which is what had people fall in love with it originally, it's probably a good sign that at least some aspects of what's happening are going to end up being at least fan pleasing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, if you think about it, 343 never had someone actually helmet after Bungie left. Not one of the main Bungie guys did not go with the franchise. They created something new, which is different than Gears of War. So Gears of War really did maintain a pretty good vision. I think the newer games are still pretty good, although they are going in other ways that people aren't super happy with. Still very good games. 343 has not had that success because I think it's partly because they had people who had never touched Halo before and didn't know what they're doing, at least as far as the Halo universe.
So yeah, I actually have more appreciation for Halo 4 now than I did when it came out.
That game is so freaking confusing by itself.
It is, but now I feel like I could really enjoy it if I played it again.
Yeah, well, at least you'll know what's happening. Imagine a new player coming into that, what is going on? Or even an old player, because they don't explain any of that in the original games.
Right. So this game, I hope, is a standalone story, start to finish. All right.
I mean, yeah, that's what they've said, but we'll see.
Is there any other news that we've missed that we need to talk about?
None that I know of.
Oh, one more. You said veterans, so I don't know how long he's actually been at Bungie or 343, but the guy who's doing the MCC flights is now going to be doing the flights for Halo Infinite, and he's had a lot of success with MCC, and done a lot of great job of actually. I don't know how what level he was actually at, but I think he was a senior level guy. So a lot of the, how there's now skins on the Halo 1, Halo 2. There's customizable weapons and all that stuff. All that new added content he was in charge of, I believe.
As long as we don't have anything really strange added to the story, I'm okay with it. I'll play it.
Okay.
As always, I'm Chris.
I'm Will.
And I'm Spy.
and we will see you
the next CHRILLCAST. Bye, guys.